Hello everyone, I'm Kalen North, and welcome back to Spirit Island. We're going to be doing a level 6 adversary matchup today. This is one that's a bit of a favored matchup for us. I think I'm going to use board D, and we are going to play Fathomless Mud, and we're going to be taking out England 6. Now, Fathomless Mud of the Swamp is really good at just shutting down England's crazy builds by making them just build explorers instead. And so this alternate additional loss condition is really going to get pretty heavily beat down. We are going to play with events on. I had that turned off for some speed running stuff I was doing earlier. But without anything else, let's hop into it. So England 6, Fathomless Mud of the Swamp. Invaders start in the sands, which is fine. We can't get to land 4 here, but we can get to land 7. So our general strategy for this game is going to be to use this growth 2 as much as we can, just to spam presence on the board and really get a lot of these builds prevented and turned into explorers. I like to start out actually just going purely top track and only playing 1 card turn 1. We can use Intractable Thickets and Thorns turn 2 to defend land 7 and clear it. And we can use Open Shifting Waterways to potentially take out an Explorer on turn 1 if they explore in the jungles or if they explore in the wetlands, then it's not going to help too much, although it will let us get more Dahan into land 1. But if they explore in the mountains or jungles, we can potentially cut them off and start working on a pocket. We are going to want to try and get a sacred site set up in land 2 at some point in the near future, just because that is most likely going to be where we're taking all of our escalations, and so we want to be able to actually get explorers there instead of towns and cities. So we'll start with Open Shifting Waterways. They build in the sands, and they explore the wetlands, so that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and pull the Dahan from lands 2 and 5 into land 1. With the idea being they will build in land 1, and then we're going to have... Actually, we only need to pull 1 Dahan in. So I'm going to pull I'm going to pull both in, just for the event risk. So we will grab 2 Dahan, deal 1 damage to the Explorer, just so... I want to play around... the conversion event that I'm forgetting the name of right now. My goodness, I'm blanking. That's fine. And then we probably aren't going to be able to set up a sacred site in land 3 next turn because we want to maintain our sacred site in land 1. So we could theoretically hop a presence into land 2 and then go over to land 3 from there, but then land 1 would build a town, and we don't want to do that. Well, actually, now that I say that, since I'm pulling 4 Dahan in there, that would be enough to kill a town and a city, even with Inklin's bonus health. And we do have a good defend card, so actually, yeah, let's do that. We will move a presence from land 1 to land 2, and then that'll let us block off land 3. So we're going to grow middle growth again. I'm going to set up 3 energy per turn. We are going to try and shift to majors here pretty soon, and then get a second card play so that I can play both Intractable Thickets and Thorns and Foul Vapors and Fetid Muck. Foul Vapors and Fetid Muck is going to be our solution to land 3. We're going to just push the Explorers out of it after they build. And Intractable Thickets and Thorns is going to shut down land 7. So we'll go ahead and defend there. Investigation of Dangers. We add an Explorer to a land without invaders or Dahan. And Prey on the Unwary. Alright, so that'll kill the Explorer in land 3. We do also... Let's see, where do we want to throw that Explorer? Let's throw them in land 8, because land 8 is nice and out of the way. So they're still going to build in land 3, but now we can use Foul Vapors and Fetid Muck somewhere else if we want. We can also potentially do something here with Spreading a Dreadful Mire, since we get to use it fast. I'm not sure that I really want to, though. The main thing is going to be land 7 is going to build in the high immigration spot, probably no matter what we do, because we're going to have 2 buildings in land 1 for the Ravage next turn. So it's not really that important to clear out the last Explorer, at least not right away. I kind of don't want to use either of these powers just yet, because I do want to see where they explore. Because if they explore the mountains, we might try to like shove Explorers from land 8 somewhere else. We might try and use Spreading a Dreadful Mire to kill an Explorer and push a Dahan out of land 7. Yeah, there's a few possibilities, but I think I do want to use these powers in the slow, actually. So, even though we got the benefit, we're not going to take it. Let's take out the town and one explorer. We took one blight, and that's fine. And the invaders explore in the jungle, so that's good. I think we probably want... Let's see here. I think what I want to do is take out the explorer in land 7 and push a Dahan to land 6 with spreading and dreadful mire. And then I'm going to try and... no, because then I don't get my sacred site in land 6. Let's see. So we're probably going to get a city in land 4 next turn, which is unfortunate because that's going to mean that land 6 builds no matter what we do. So that being said, I think... Yeah, it's probably most beneficial, actually, to try and stop that city build. So I will actually move a presence from land 3 to land 4 and take out the explorer, and then we'll make that a sacred site next turn to try and take out the city that's going to build. Or prevent the city that's going to build. Land 7's not going to get a town, so we actually can cut off land 6 here. So I will go ahead and push this explorer into land 7. We'll just gather up some explorers over there. And then this turn, I do want to reclaim or gain a new power card, because I want some way to deal with land 1. Right now, land 1 is going to be in a lot of trouble if we don't do something about it. And we have a very good defend card in our discard pile. So I think we're just going to do that rather than take a gamble on the decks. So we will reclaim... because I'm thinking I want to go more for majors, I am going to stick to top track. Mud's innate power just doesn't really do that much with England's bonus health, even at its 3rd level, where you're dealing 1 damage twice. You're still not even taking out a town. So I'm going to just get that water element and go towards that 4 energy spot. We're going to play Intractable Thickets and Thorns. And then let's see. So we're going to build an explorer in each sand for high immigration. We're going to ravage in the wetlands. Land 3 is fine. Land 1 is going to be fine once we defend it. And then we're going to build in the jungles. Land 6 will not build. Land 2 is going to use up its disease, and then build again, probably on the escalation from the Explorer. So that's not ideal. I guess the question for me mostly is, do I want to take Exaltation of Tangled Growth and start fishing for more power cards? Or I could play Open Shifting Waterways and pull some Dahan from land 1 into land 2 with the intent of doing some more defense next turn. Because I want to try and double grow next turn, I think, to get more presence out, I'm going to actually play Exaltation of Tangled Growth and see what I can do with that. We can use it both. We can use both effects on it to gain 2 power cards. So we'll probably gain a minor and then a major. But we'll see if there's some reason not to do that. All right, so Sacred Site's under threat. Okay, so we have lots of sacred... Well, we have 2 Sacred Sites. We could just let the island's strength repulse them, honestly. If we want to pay for it, we probably need to forget Foul Vapors and Fetid Muck, because we want to save energy for Exaltation of Tangled Growth. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna lose the blight and push things away. So we'll push from land 4 into land 2, which is dangerous. We're gonna probably get another city in that land as a result. And then we'll push, I guess, one of these explorers into land 1 where they can die in the Ravage, because there's only 7 health there and we've got 4 Dahan. And the extra damage won't kill things, or won't hurt things too much, I should say. Alright, so we gain a minor power for having lots of Dahan. Of these, Gift of Constancy seems like the slam dunk best pick to me, especially if we want to try and spam a major. That's going to let us delay reclaiming that major by a turn each time. Gold's Allure could be useful, potentially, but but control against England isn't that great, and the Strife in Mountains, I don't know, I don't think it's going to do that much. Spur on with Words of Fire, just not very interesting here, largely because the elements aren't good for us, and that's pretty much all it is in single player. Pact of the Joined Hunt could be kind of nice, with being able to gather a bunch of Dahan up and then deal lots of damage, but again, it's England, and so you really need a ton of Dahan for it to really be impactful. So I think Gift of Constancy is going to be our pick. Alright, next Explore, we're going to skip the lowest numbered land. Alright, that could be useful. Invaders build in the sands, ravage in the wetlands, and then build in the jungle. Then they explore. Okay, coastal lands. So we skip land 1, which is going to build anyway. And then, let's see here. But we didn't get that city build in land 2, so that's pretty nice. So Exaltation of Tangled Growth is what we want to do. I think actually second. We probably want to do Spreading a Dreadful Mire first, so that we can just forget Exaltation of Actually, it doesn't make a difference, because we have the elements. Because we took that water element, so even if we forget Exaltation of Tangled Growth for a major, we'll be fine. We'll still get Spreading a Dreadful Mire at this level. So let's go for the major first, because we got that Gift of Constancy minor power, so I'm more interested in digging through the majors and being able to take a second one if I don't like any of the first set. Tiger's Hunting, I really like, just in general. We're probably not going to be able to threshold it at all, which is a little unfortunate, and I don't think we've got enough beasts. We've only got the one beast out on the board still, and we are likely to take Blight in land 2, so that makes that a little less appealing, just because land 2 is going to be a bit of a mess this game, and we probably want something else to deal with that. But then that's where something like Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air comes in. We could actually just drag everything from land 2 out into like land 3 to stall for a turn. I'm actually pretty tempted to do that. Infinite Vitality, I mean, preventing Blight is fine. England usually isn't a quick blighting adversary. Smothering Infestation is also interesting, just because we could actually do some real damage in land 2, and getting the extra disease tokens could be nice. But we are mud, and so disease isn't as important. I think that Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air is my pick here. I really want to try and stop land 2 from becoming a major problem, and I think Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air is the one of these that does that the best. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to forget Exaltation of Tangled Growth here, because I want to keep the rest of the stuff in my hand. And then I'm going to pay 2 energy for another power card. I do think I want to take another major. I'll probably forget Open Shifting Waterways for it, just because I want to keep the card with the air element for Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air. But I think we're going to be energy rich enough, especially with a 2-cost major as our first one, that we are going to want another major to try and spam and help take out that really built up land that we're going to have here. Jungle Hungers, that would be perfect for that. We've even got the plant on our tracks to help us threshold it. This is almost certainly our pick. Entwined Power is also really nice on mud, but with Jungle Hungers, it's like we're just going to win off of that already, so we don't need Entwined Power. Cleansing Floods could be useful. There is a real chance that we'll be able to threshold it and do a bunch of damage and clean up some blight. Poisoned Land, less appealing, just because the elements aren't that great, and the adding blight, Poisoned Land just isn't that appealing. Jungle Hungers is going to be really, really good here, so we will take that. I do want to forget Open Shifting Waterways for it. If we play Jungle Hungers alongside Intractable Thickets and Thorns, it'll be thresholded already, so that's great. We want to keep that. And then Foul Vapors and Fetid Muck with Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air is going to be great too. So, now that I know that I'm going to be flowing like water, reaching like air next turn, and clearing out land 2, I actually want to... land 1 isn't going to be a problem. It's actually not going to build, because we're going to pull all the buildings into the corner here. Land 2 is going to build, and land 3 is going to double build. So we definitely need to get more presence into land 3, but we're going to do that when we move our presence from land 2 and carry everything with it. So I think what I really want to do here is Spreading a Dreadful Mire into land 2. and then I'm going to actually grow and put another presence in land 2 in my growth phase here. So we're going to have 3 energy this turn. We could go to 3 card plays, which is actually kind of appealing because we've got Gift of Constancy now, along with Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air, and Foul Vapors and Fetid Muck. So I think I'm actually going to just do that. I don't think we're going to take Growth 3 at all at this point, just because we've got enough good cards that it should win us the game. So I'm going to go ahead and grow. We'll put another presence in land 4. We'll put a presence in land 2. And then we're going to move a presence from land 2 to land 3. And so that's going to get us all the sacred sites we need to stop builds this turn. Again, because land 2 is not going to be adjacent to land 1. Or the stuff in land 2 is not going to be adjacent to land 1 once we're done. So, we'll Gift of Constancy ourselves. We'll Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air. Push from land 2. Push a presence. Bring along everything. Yeah, we'll bring along everything. They will adjacency build in land 2, but they'll build just an Explorer, and we don't care about that. Increasing aggression. Yeah, we're stage 2, so increasing aggression. That's not going to matter because the jungles are empty for the Ravage. Weezlung Outbreak, we get a disease in land 3, and tend the land. There's no blight for the Dahan to clean up, which is a little unfortunate, but that's fine. We get a little defend in our lands with Dahan, which isn't going to do anything. Ravage in the jungle doesn't do anything. Build in the coastal lands doesn't really do much. Okay, wetland land 3 is now a major problem, but I think we're going to be fine taking it out with Jungle Hungers next turn. So let's see here. Next turn, so we have Foul Vapors, Fetid Muck, and we get to move a presence, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that Sacred Site from land 7 into land 1, so that we can... That shouldn't be an issue because it's going to Ravage, actually, so it doesn't make a big difference. Foul Vapors and Fetid Muck. I guess we'll probably push those. We are going to go Blighted next turn, I think, but we should win in the slow phase, so that should be fine. Oh, jungles are going to build before the Coastal Lands Ravage, so I want to actually get this Explorer out of here, so I'll just throw them in land 3 where they can be a problem. We get to reclaim a card. I'll reclaim... I mean, I'm going to reclaim next turn anyway, because I want to get Jungle Hungers thresholded. So it doesn't really matter what we take. So reclaim cards. We could take that Moon Element, and then it just becomes trivial, almost, to Jungle Hungers threshold. But I think I want to actually take the extra energy, because that is going to be slightly more important in case something goes wrong. We can help us pay for... Well, I suppose... Yeah, can help us pay for an event or something. So we'll have those 2, Threshold, Jungle Hungers, and then... I think I want Gift of Constancy again for the, like, event insurance. Nothing else is really going to matter too much this turn, and we should do great after we take a Blight and flip the Blight card. So I will do that. Gift of Constancy, I guess I'm going to... I could defend land 3. I should probably defend land 1, actually, because that is the land that is most likely to have something horribly go wrong in it. Oh, actually, excuse me. I don't have a fear card. I need to defend land 2 because we're going to get a double build there on high immigration. So we will defend land 2. All right, we are on Terror 1 still. So Invaders Explore +1 distance. That's unfortunate, but that's fine. We can deal with Explorers. Grim Toll, I don't believe does anything. And what was the last one? Fierce Mean? Oh, we got a bunch of fear. Well, I guess we aren't going to get that double high immigration build, so that's fine. Each player removes an Explorer from an inland land. I mean, the Explorer at distance 2 means it doesn't matter where we pick it, so let's just take it from land 4. Alright, Invaders Ravage in the coastal lands. We Blight. Disintegrating Ecosystem. Ooh, that's not great. So we lose our Beast, and then we take another Blight in land 3, which is going to cascade to land 2 because we don't want a double cascade. We will still have a presence in the jungle, and that should be sufficient for Jungle Hungers. Invaders building the wetlands. Oh, I should have put another presence in land 3. I messed that up. That's fine. So they'll build there. Mountains explore. We still get our threshold of jungle hungers. We get to do a ton of damage to land 3, clear out everything but one of the cities, which gets us to Terror 2. And we get to take out an explorer somewhere. Presumably we should do land 5, because that one doesn't have any adjacencies. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go from land 4. Reclaim, and I think, let's see, so we're going to have coastal lands build, wetlands ravage, so I want intractable thickets and thorns, I think, here. Yeah, we'll take intractable thickets and thorns back. Jungle hungers would clear out that last city, but I think we can come up with something else, another way to deal with it here momentarily. Actually, maybe I should have kept jungle hungers. Well, no, because I wasn't going to be able to threshold it without intractable thickets and thorns. So let's gain a new major. I was wrong. We are going to growth 3 again. Let's see if we can find something that'll kill a city, especially fast. Fast, no, but kill a city, yes. Tsunami will work, as we'll cast down into the briny deep. I think I want Tsunami, because we can threshold that and do a bunch of damage to the other coastal lands as well, although we don't really want to. Yeah. Because we don't want to kill our Dahan if we can help it. But I think Tsunami is still the pick here. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and forget Gift of Constancy at this point. We get to add a presence. We're going to have 10 energy, so that's enough to play basically everything in our hand. So I'm not going to go for the energy, I'll go for the moon, and potentially get us to 4-card plays shortly. Coastal lands are going to build, wetlands are going to ravage. We have intractable thickets and thorns, so we can defend land 3. So I think my big thing here is I want to stop land 2 from building a town. The other thing I could do is I could go and put a presence in land 8 and take those explorers and move them with flow like water, reach like air. But I think them building a town there isn't going to be a huge deal. We can probably get some Dahan moved or something. So we'll do something about that later here. So intractable thickets and thorns, Tsunami, and I guess let's go Foul Vapor and Fetid Muck. We'll get a fully leveled up innate. Is that right? Not quite fully leveled up. So that's a little unfortunate. Otherwise, we'd be able to take everything out. But I think that's going to be our best bet for stopping things here. So, intractable thickets and thorns, defend land 3. Stop the blight. Stop us from blighting out. And stages 2 and 3, urbanization, that's not going to do anything. Stricken's not going to do anything. Retreat's not going to do anything. So a nothing burger of an event. Let's see what the fear card is. We can, I guess, kill that explorer in land 2, so they won't build there. That's nice. They do get that town in land 8, which is unfortunate. Oh, and they got that escalation in land 3. Whoops. That's okay. We'll still take them out. So, let's see here. Foul Vapors and Fetid Muck. So Tsunami is thresholded. Do we want to actually threshold it? Because it's worth 2 fear, and it destroys 2 of our Dahan, which is not great. We could push some explorers into land 1 or 2 and then do that. But that doesn't really seem that important. We're a ways away from Terror 3. So I think we want to just... I think we want to turn off the threshold. For anyone who doesn't know how to do that, you can turn off thresholds by going into the power and then by right-clicking and then turning that off. So neat little trick in case you never knew that. And then we will kill the city and 1 town and deal damage to the other town, and then we will finish that off with Spreading and Dreadful Mire. And then foul vapors and fetid muck. Let's see, so sands are going to build. So let's go ahead and push some stuff out of the sands. We'll move this explorer out of land 4 and into land 2, where they will be doing nothing. And we are hitting stage 3, so our escalations will be fine as far as building stuff goes. I think I actually want to add double presence this turn instead of reclaiming. Yeah, because I can't reach land 8 with Jungle Hungers to take out that last town. I could go for another major, but I think what I actually want to do is just add my last 2 presence and be able to play Flow Like Water, Reach Like Air to pull things into land 1, where they'll build an Explorer, fail to Ravage in the mountains, and then just build an Explorer in the sands, and then we can clean everything up next turn. So let's do that. I could actually, maybe I should pull everything into the sand, because if I pull everything into the sand, then I can just defend it and win on the Ravage next turn. So that's probably better. So we will go ahead and pull this presence into the sand and bring everything with it. Rising interest in the island. All right, we are definitely going to weave lies. So let's go ahead and weave lies. Do we have... Yeah, let's forget foul vapors and fetid muck. We don't need that anymore. We get a beast token, and we get a wilds token. Inland 1, presumably. And we may push up to 3 from an inland land. So I don't know that we really want to. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with where everything is right now. So we'll skip that. And then we can remove a town. All right, that'll win us the game. So we just need the fear card. So we didn't even have to wait for the Ravage next turn. All right. But yeah, that's Mud into England 6. It's a fun matchup. It's usually not too hard. I took a long time at that, oh my goodness. I did go Blighted Island, which is not always the case for this one, but I probably had some misplays as well. So, but yeah, fun matchup. Just shut down all the builds, or as many of them as you can, and then go to town. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, please like the video or subscribe, or come join me on Discord and we can talk through things if you'd like. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.